we're just gonna get right into it.
Let's go.
Computer. CPP.
A couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, you saw a video on the Smart Things cam. It went south in a hurry. So that got sent back, and I picked up this Panasonic indoor cam. It does have local storage. It comes with, I believe, a 16 gigabyte micro SD card. So we're going to take this apart and unbox it and take a gander at it. So we'll like to note, it does do 142 wide angle. It's got the 142 wide angle lens. And like I mentioned, it comes with the 16 gigabyte card in it, which is pretty cool. But it does support up to 128 gig. So if you want to get a 128 gig card, you can. So there is an app with this. The unfortunate part is I can't sync it up with my home automation system like I wanted to, but it's not the end of the world. The kids are going back to school here shortly, but we have a feeling by October they're going to be back home. So we got this to set up in the living room. We were wanting to get one of these to set up in the living room, so when my wife and I are at work, we can make sure they're doing their homework. Because if they're going to be home, they need to be doing their homework. So go ahead and throw that out. See what it comes with. Instructions. We all know how I am with instructions. Just watch the task cam video part 1. You all know about that. Down here at the bottom, we got the card, the micro SD card. So what's really cool is it comes with an adapter. So that's pretty neat. And we got the power plug. So we'll go ahead and undo this. And we'll take out the camera here. It looks like it's pretty small camera. Looks to be. Take that out. Take that out. That's us. Up and down, left and right. This is wall mountable, so if you look here, you can actually mount it up on the wall, and do something like that. It does have a two-way audio, so you can drop in and talk to somebody. Okay, so it actually powers from there. We plug the power in. So if you actually look real close, you see that right there? That's actually the antenna for your Wi-Fi. And what's really cool too is it has a privacy door, so you can flip it up so the camera's not exposed. So that's a pretty cool feature. It looks like there's a reset button there. So what we're going to do, we're going to take out this micro USB card. We're going to do 16 for right now. I've got a 64 over there and a 32. But let's see what the 16 does. I'm sure I'm supposed to go in and format it on the computer first, but that task cam, it actually allowed you to format it in the device itself. So we are going to get the wire spaghetti. Okay, let's try to turn this. Alright, let's try to turn this thing on. The setup button. It's already on. It's got a green light on it. I don't know if you can see the green light or not. Green light. Green light. Okay, I'm going to go and download the app and we'll continue with the setup part. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, here is a quick word from a sponsor that's not mine. It might be somebody else's on YouTube. Supersonic. Okay, I have the app downloaded. So we're going to go through here and do self camera. It says self camera on here. So add new camera. So we're going to add new camera, remove cover, remove cover, remove the rear cover, test. Really, I don't have one of those. Plug it in, we've done that. Alright, so I picked the wrong app, or the wrong deal. So when you finally pick the right camera on here, it actually will try to link up to whatever Wi-Fi that you're connected to. In that previous video I had told you guys they will pick up that 5 gigahertz band, but it will not use it. So if you're setting this up in your phone or tablet or what have you, your iPad or whatnot is sitting on the 5, go ahead and put it on the 2.4 gigahertz band, at least during the setup on this, and then have it forget that 2.4 and go back into onto the 5 on your device later. You never want to be on the 2 and the 5 on your device at the same time. That's another video for the wireless. Just give you small hints as I go through my videos. So now I'm going to do the setup camera, because I got a flashing green light. Put a network. It's now connecting. Alright, so you noticed on the clip right before this one, it was having a hard time connecting, you started seeing the spinny thing going. I've discovered that during the initial setup, you need to be close to your Wi-Fi just so it gets all set up and done. Because when I took it upstairs, it connected immediately. So I'm getting ready to go over to show you what the camera looks like now, and we're downstairs in our studio, and you can see that it's got no problem whatsoever. It's just the initial setup. You got to be close to your Wi-Fi, and I believe such as almost all your stuff. When you set up things that are through Wi-Fi, they want you to be as close. Like, you realize when you set up a Bluetooth, make sure it's paired to Bluetooth, and then the range is where you have. So let's go ahead and go over to the other camera, and I'll show you what that looks like. And I'm actually going to have the raw footage for the audio and the video when I switch over. So let's go now. So this is going to be the view of the camera. The audio is coming straight from the camera. That's what I'm recording on. So it's not as tinny, like I said before. I believe I said before. So I just want to show you what it looks like. So let's go back over to the other camera and we'll talk more. So now we're back over to the regular camera. So as you can tell, the camera isn't that bad. In the app, you can actually zoom in and out and get closer, and it on the stuff that's farther back, it kind of gets somewhat distorted, but for all in all, it looks pretty good. I've been using this for about 4 days now, and I have all the settings set up on it. So I have the settings set to where it'll record if there's sound, it'll record if there's motion, and it just records. So that 16 gigabyte micro SD card that came with it, it filled up in about 4 days doing that, which is expected, but I mean that's not bad for 4 days of constant recording. So if you turn some of those features off, like during the day, unless the dog's running around or the kids are running around, it's not going to record. So but with that being said, you may want to look into getting a bigger card. I did mention earlier that it does support up to 128 gigs, so that's quite a bit. So that's pretty cool. Here's the phone. You can see that's where the app's at, and it's recording. But if I put the sound, since we're so close, it's going to have some backfeed. So we're going to turn that audio off. So that's pretty cool. So to me, that's worth the $68, $70 that I paid for it. It's like I said, we're going to use it for when the kids are at home and we're at work, just for a peace of mind, and we can get in there and check on them periodically. This video is a follow-up from the SmartThings cam. As you could, if you watched that one, it was night and day difference. This is a whole lot better than what that one was. I did see some rings after I purchased this one. I won't say I wish I would have bought that one, but this Panasonic is actually pretty good for the price, so I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo on it because it's actually a decent camera. I don't mind it at all, especially for what we're using it for. So if you're in the market for one of these cameras and you come across this one, I'd buy it. I'm not returning it. We're going to go ahead and use it. So I really like that one. I really like that perspective of it. So if you like this video and you like the other videos I put on, I have many more to come. We're going to go over some other things about the midlife crisis, and I think I'm going to go and make a third video of the Tascam. If you notice, right now we're actually using the Tascam on the second half of this video, so that's going to be a true test, because it's the first time that I've used the Tascam in one of my videos, minus part 2. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.